here come the two sets of players. The Emirates rises for Arsenal and Leicester City as the two sets of players walk out into late September sunshine, and as tests go for the Foxes, they don't get much tougher than this. It has been 14 years since a newly promoted side won here, but Steve Cooper insists no game is seen as a free hit or a bonus, and Leicester are in North London to try and upset the Gunners. Mikel Arteta's team came so close to winning at the Etihad 6 days ago. They have eyes on top spot in the Premier League this season, and we're all set for a very interesting 90 minutes ahead as the Premier League anthem rings around this vast arena. The two sets of players shake hands and then very shortly will do battle. The Arsenal flags flying very proudly all around us, mostly in the North Bank to our left-hand side. 3,000 Leicester City supporters in the end, the clock end to our right-hand side. It's going to be some atmosphere when the game gets back underway. And here is the all-important team news. Arsenal unchanged from their draw at Manchester City, so major boost to Mikel Arteta. David Raya was a doubt but is fit to start, and so does Leandro Trossard. Despite his red at the Etihad, the Belgium star served his one-match suspension in the EFL Cup against Bolton, and with Martin Odegaard still out injured, Bukayo Saka continues to captain the Gunners. Mikel Arteta and Steve Cooper exchange a hug on the touchline. From Leicester's perspective, well, Harry Winks, Wilfred Ndidi and Steffi Mavididi and Jamie Vardy were all rested for the cup win at Walsall. They all return. Two changes from the side which began against Everton. Oliver Skipp and Facundo Buonanotte come in. The Brighton loanee will start on the right, the first time we've seen him there in his short Leicester career. Mavididi came through at Arsenal. This will be a special occasion for him this afternoon. Jamie Vardy stood next to the referee Sam Barrett, and will await the coin toss very shortly. Really is a glorious sight at the Emirates. Autumn is just round the corner, and how Leicester would love to go into next weekend and then the next international break off the back of the first Premier League victory under Steve Cooper. Tony, if they are to do that, how will they go about, in particular, the first 10-20 minutes here?
Yeah, just keep it tight, Chris. Nothing stupid, you know, don't be trying to play out the back, because Arsenal will close you down very, very quickly. Don't give away needless free kicks and corners. You know, they are very, very good at set pieces, so it's really, really important that Leicester start the game properly. And then once they've settled down and hopefully get past that crucial first 20 minutes, Chris, we want to see them going forward. You mentioned Mavididi. There's nothing better than playing against your old club, and that he's got a point to prove. But get the service in, we've already mentioned it. Get some service into Jamie Vardy and make the most of your own set pieces as well. It should be a really exciting first 20 minutes.
Relatively new, this Arsenal anthem, North London forever, but it rings around the Emirates. And that is the cue for kickoff. 3 p.m. on a Saturday. Arsenal haven't had a home game for 4 weeks. Leicester are the visitors, and Jamie Vardy is about to get this game underway. Leicester all in blue, kicking from right to left as we look at it, away from the travelling Foxes. Sam Barrett has a long look at his watch, blows his whistle, and we're underway. Vardy rolls it back to Mads Hermansen. Leicester City in action in the Premier League against Arsenal, looking for what would be a rare 3 points here, but you just never know. As Ricardo Calafiori in the left-back berth knocks it forward. Wout Faes wins the game's first header. Both teams went through in midweek in the EFL Cup. Leicester, of course, on penalties. Arsenal thrashed Bolton. But it's all about the top flight this afternoon, and William Saliba, who just faces up to Jamie Vardy for the first time this afternoon, plays it to Gabriel. Those two undisputed number ones at the back, and I even heard people mentioning them in the same breath as the likes of Terry and Carvalho and Vidic and Ferdinand. Would suggest they might have to win a couple of Premier Leagues before that comes to fruition, but they're very talented.
That is great company, great names you mentioned there, Chris. I don't think they're quite there yet, but you know, if they can win that elusive Premier League title, then you know, maybe we can talk about that partnership up with them big boys. You know, they've been close, haven't they, 2 years running?
They have, and Martinelli is roaming down the left-hand side, but Hermansen comes to clear. 20 years since they last won the title, and a certain club from the East Midlands who play in blue have triumphed, of course, since then.
It's incredible, isn't it, really, when you think back? That was the invincible season, of course, and you know, if you'd have said then, after not losing a single game, they're not going to win the title for 20 years. Wow, it's unbelievable, really.
It is. And as every Leicester fan will point out to every Arsenal supporter on the street or today coming into the stadium, Leicester have won the Premier League since Arsenal have, and Leicester have won the FA Cup.
Yep.
Too. Here is Christensen bang on halfway in front of Steve Cooper, up to Steffi Mavididi. Now Kai Havertz comes away with the back into the normal, if you like, pattern of the game. But Leicester have held it firm for 14 minutes. They haven't got the ball in order to try and break, but if they do, that'll be the next part of the game, I guess, as the cross comes in towards Havertz, who wins the ball but can only head it up into the sky. Indeed, he then slightly gave Arsenal a chance of a header into the air himself, but he was able to clear only as far as Timber, and then Saka runs inside on that left foot, shoots, and Hermansen comfortably down to his right hand side makes his first save of the afternoon. It'll be a surprise if it's the last, and it's 0-0 after 15 minutes.
Yeah, comfortable save in the end, wasn't it? I mentioned Saka already, gets the ball on the right hand side, comes inside, beats a couple of players on that mazy dribbles that he does. He's trying to curl it in the far corner, and I just think it...
Vardy's lost the ball here to Saliba, and Saka has fed Martinelli in the box. Martinelli fires over. Wout Faes was brave and got over there and lunged into a challenge which may have put him off, but Martinelli would be disappointed, I think, not to hit the target. It all came from Arsenal pressing and winning it high, and Leicester's goal is leading a little bit of a charmed life now.
Yeah, I think he should have scored, Martinelli. I actually think it's a poor finish. He's leaning back, it's on his left foot, he's taken the first touch.
Back into Gabriel, and then the 1-2 was the aim, but Justin was there to clear, and Vardy's left one-on-one here with Saliba, and he's caused a nuisance, Vardy, and he's won the ball, and he was fouled there, wasn't he, Tony Cotty? No free kick given.
Yeah, he looked like he was fouled, but a good play from Jamie Vardy. I mentioned about holding it up, he very nearly done it and nearly won a foul there.
Here is Timber. Vardy's very unhappy. Meanwhile, Martinelli has fired it into the back of the net. Now Leicester immediately run to the referee and say this should be disallowed for the foul on Vardy at the start of the phase of play. Arsenal attacked down the right-hand side, and Martinelli from around the penalty spot was able to score. Will it count?
Well, Vardy's been given a yellow card because he's complaining, saying it was a foul. I'm sure they'll be looking at it. We haven't seen a replay yet, but at Stockley Park they will be looking to see if there's an initial foul. We're not going to see it on this replay. And it's a poor goal from Leicester's point of view to concede. It's just a little run, he's cut back. He doesn't even really hit it that well. He's on the penalty spot, Martinelli. But his accuracy on the shot, it goes in the corner. It's a decent finish, but it's almost like Leicester were a little bit asleep because they was expecting the free kick to have been given on the halfway line. And at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to be overturned.
It doesn't. Arsenal certainly believe they've taken the lead here. Out towards Martinelli, who's been one of the outballs. He's got the goal. That's why it's 1-0 to Arsenal. Martinelli back to Calafiori, edge of the box. 1-2 with Rice. Faes went into a challenge. Calafiori's gone over. No penalty. And here is Buonanotte. He tried to latch on to the ball. Rice will come forward. Calafiori still down. Now it's with Martinelli. He leaves it. Oh, Trossard scored on half-time. Arsenal double their lead. And now it is a long way back for Leicester. Excellent play from the Gunners, it has to be said. And from a very similar spot to where Martinelli made it 1-0, Trossard has made it 2.
It's a good goal from Arsenal's point of view, but Leicester will be absolutely gutted. I mean, they worked so hard to try and contain Arsenal in this first half. And I kept saying, didn't I, just keep it tight until half-time. It makes such a difference going into that dressing room. I mean, they just work the ball on that left-hand side. He's allowed to cross it, and then Trossard, he's 8 yards out, just strokes it in the corner. You know, Martinelli and Saka, as I've said, have been outstanding all match. And Martinelli involved again. It's an easy goal from Arsenal's point of view, but Leicester will be just so disappointed. I think Steve Cooper actually will be quite furious at half-time. Well, I think as a manager, Steve Cooper, you'd have had the old choice. It's always there, isn't it? You're 2-0 down. What do you do? Do you sort of make 2 or 3 changes, try and make something different happen, or do you look at the 11 that are starting or started the match and say to them, look, I believe in you. I think we can get better, play better.
Christensen, that's a lovely ball forward. Vardy's heels were clipped there by Saliba. Yellow card. And ironic cheers from the away end. 15-20 yards outside the box on the Leicester left. And it's going to be swung in by Buonanotte. Flick by Justin is in! Game on! James Justin had a big chance at the start of the first half. At the beginning of the second, he has reduced the deficit. Fine header from Justin. That has shocked the Emirates. Arsenal 2, Leicester 1.
I think there's a big deflection somewhere along the line here, Chris. We have to look. It looked like it was James Justin with a header. Let's have a look. It's definitely not going to be disallowed because they're all onside. Yeah, Justin's header, and then it takes a deflection. Is it Havertz? It goes off Havertz, and that's what wrong foots Raya. It's Buonanotte curls it in with his left foot. I was thinking, getting past the first man, flicked on by Justin, it would have been going into the far corner. It's not going to be taken away from Justin.
Ups in the Arsenal set pieces. Here goes Saka into that area, and that is a header goalwards, very well defended. And then Hermansen, I think, makes the save from Calafiori, and then it's blasted over. Gabriel it was with the first chance, and Arsenal in the end with 3 opportunities there to make it 3-1, but they couldn't take any of them.
I think it's a double save, isn't it? Yeah, first save's excellent. It's straight at him, Hermansen, and then the second one, he goes to claw it, the ball sort of squirms out of his grasp, and then it's just side. The header comes in there. Yeah, it's a point blank save.
It's brilliant.
It is right at him, but it's still a really, really good save. Good reactions, and then he's up quickly, which I like from a goalkeeper. Saves the second one. That's a decent save as well. Tries to keep hold of it, and he was never going to sort of get past those defenders. But Leicester still building well here.
Yeah, here is Mavididi, and he slipped it down to Ndidi. Into the box he goes. Mavididi goes over. Referee's having none of that. Then Ndidi won it back again. Sorry, Ndidi went over. And Arsenal, they're being asked some serious questions now by Leicester. That was another good attack.
Yeah, good run from Ndidi. There was some claims for a penalty from the crazy, really, but I think defensively they've been okay, Leicester.
2-1 to Arsenal, but Buonanotte on halfway with some space. Didn't have much of this in the first half, and he drives forward, Buonanotte, and he pokes it here to Mavididi. Mavididi back to Buonanotte, whose shot is saved by Raya. That was half a chance. Buonanotte puts his blue shirt over his head as if to suggest he thinks that he might have scored there for 2-2.
Yeah, he just didn't quite get the power on it. Mavididi cuts the ball back to it. Very similar actually to the 2 Arsenal goals in the first half. You're cutting the ball back, and it's always good because the defenders are obviously scampering back one way. If you cut the ball back, he just was slightly behind him, which meant he didn't get the power to beat Raya. Comfortable save in the end.
Winks in midfield, plays it to Skip. It is much more of a 50-50 contest in this second period. Now with Christensen and all of Leicester's ball-playing players, and there are lots of them out there. You think of Winks and Skip are getting on the ball, and Ndidi crosses in. It's Justin on the volley. Oh, he scored off the post. James Justin sends the Leicester supporters wild. Who saw this coming? From 2 down, Leicester have equalised, and James Justin has scored one of the goals of the season so far. On the volley, unstoppable. Arsenal 2, Leicester 2.
Bit of a dispute about the first goal. There's no dispute about this one. I'm thinking when Ndidi crosses it, I'm thinking, well, he's looked up, he hasn't really got too much on. I'm just seeing the replay for the first time. Justin's coming in at the far post. I tell you what, Chris, he ain't going to get many better goals than that in his whole career. He's hit that flush on the volley, curling away from the keeper. It is an absolutely stunning goal from James Justin. We're sort of not quite behind it, but at the moment he's hit it. It's whistled past the keeper, hits the inside of the post. Always looks more dramatic when that goes in. The whole of the Leicester team have run over to the Leicester fans.
Clearance from the goalkeeper, he accurately put it exactly where he wanted it. Here is Timber into the box. Jurien Timber sets it back. Chance here. That's taken a big deflection. It's come to Havertz. Oh, Hermansen's made another miraculous save. What a goalkeeper. And it's somehow still 2-2. Mads Hermansen takes the plaudits and Wout Fass. His second point-blank save in this second half, this time to deny Havertz.
Wow, I don't know. I've no idea how he saved that. He's literally 3 yards out. And be patient in that. There does come a time though where I think you've got to. Oh no!
All given away, and here is Trossard. Another save from Hermansen.
Wow.
Well, this is getting silly from Mads Hermansen. Leicester there looked like they'd gifted Arsenal a goal for 3-2, but Hermansen with a big right hand, having given the ball away, has made another spectacular save.
Well, he's made up for his error. They're trying to play it about in their own penalty area, Leicester.
He really led from the front in a way with his performance. Here comes the new boy though, and he shot goal, and so Hermansen's had to make a brilliant save again to his right hand side. Well, Ethan Nwaneri there, whose name was sung by the Arsenal supporters in midweek, almost had a Premier League goal there. And if Arsenal score, it might be the winner. That was another marvellous save. We're deep into added on time. It is 2-2. Leicester have rode their luck from set pieces in this second half. Saka is about to deliver another Arsenal corner from their right hand side. In swinger, in it goes towards the far post. It's Trossard, it's gone in! And Arsenal's pressure has paid off in the 4th minute of added on time. It is late heartbreak away from home again for Leicester City. Trossard is mobbed. It's Arsenal 3, Leicester 2.
I think this might be an own goal as well, Chris. I mean, Trossard, about how many corners? I've no idea how many corners. It must be 25 corners. This one's played right to the far post. It's definitely Trossard who puts the ball back into the box. But to me, it seemed to take a deflection. Waiting for the replay. Now, here we go. Corner to the far post. Trossard. Oh, it's gone in off of
Ndidi, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Ndidi. He gets in a mess. He sort of hits his knee. Might be able to see it better here. Trossard puts it in, and it's off the inside of the left knee of Ndidi. He's so close. He's gone through the keeper's leg. It's one of those horrible, messy goals.
And on we go. We've had 98 minutes already. Winks can't pick out Odsonne-Edouard, and instead it's Gabriel Jesus at the other end. Jesus here runs into the box. He can finish it. Jesus, poor effort. Comes back to Havertz, who does tuck it home. But no, it's disallowed for offside. And on we go.
Yeah. They've got to check it, Chris, that's the thing. I mean, he's been given offside. The ball's gone in the back of the net to make it 4-2.
It will surely be given as a goal because Justin passed it back. Kai Havertz believed he scored, and I think he's going to celebrate. Yep, Arsenal have won this game. That might just be the last kick. Havertz makes it 4-2. This second half has really had absolutely everything. Leicester will not leave with anything points-wise. And it's Arsenal who celebrate all around us here at the Emirates. They are 4-2 up towards Odsonne-Edouard. Calafiori wins the header. We're still going. We must have played more than 100 minutes now, I would suggest. And Leicester need to be careful here. They certainly don't want to concede a fifth. Fast, big challenge there to put it out of play. And the referee does blow his whistle. Well, where do you start? 6 goals, so many talking points, but Mikel Arteta is the manager with the smile at full time. From 2-0 up, James Justin looked like he got Leicester a point. And then those 2 late goals. The first from Leandro Trossard via a Wilfred Ndidi reflection. And then ultimately Havertz tapping home. Had the last say of an absorbing and at times crazy match. Leicester have been beaten though. Full-time score. Arsenal 4, Leicester City 2.